Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Karen's Stamp Pad. My name is Karen Scott, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Edmonton, Alberta. So welcome. Welcome to today's live. Today I'm going to continue playing with the Merriest Trees Bundle, and I've got a couple more cards, pretty simple cards for experienced stampers. And let's see. I was running around trying to find my iPad, so I'm kind of a little scattered right now. So I never did find my iPad. You know when you had it, you have something in your hand, and you know you're going to do something with it, and away you go. Where I put it down, I have no idea. So anyway, I'll use my phone. But hello, Kathy. Hello, Margaret Ann. Thanks for joining me. So anyway, yeah, I've got like I said, a couple of cards, and I'll show you some alternatives. Hello, Denise. Happy Thursday. And one for a simple stamper. Not I will just show them to you. And anyway, and while I was doing this and coming up with something for today, I found what I'm going to do for my Christmas cards. So I have a mess in back because I have a ton of things. I just decided I'm going to do one of these cards for my Christmas card. So now I've got to pump out, oh, I don't know, 40, 50, I don't know. haven't sat down and counted yet. So anyway, I said last week that I would do a draw for some retired embellishments. And so I'm using my phone because, like I said, I can't find my iPad. I'm sure it's somewhere safe. And I've got the names entered, and I've got some retired embellishments. So I will turn my camera down, and you will have to look up really, really close. Oh, I keep hitting it. Don't. Okay. Here we go. So don't look at that. I accidentally hit the wheel. So let's go ahead, and I'm spinning the wheel. Oh, look at that. Natalie Reed. You are the winner of some retired embellishments. So thank you for commenting on my videos. Oh, thanks for sharing, Becky. Hi. From Kentucky, right? KY's Kentucky. And you ordered the embossing folder, the snowflake one. Awesome. I have to place another order. I went online quickly to look at Stampin' Up, and guess what? There's a few things that are in stock again. Not the Autumn's All About Autumn paper, and not the Very Cute paper, but the Very Cute Memories and More card packets are back in. So if you want some of those, grab those. Guess what is out of stock? Basic white cardstock. I guess there has, and I need some. So I'm gonna have to place an order and get some, because I'm gonna need some more for my Christmas cards. So and for and other colors. But anyway, so I just want to this I'll show you the couple of cards that we're going to do. I'll show you a couple of alternatives that you can do, and maybe I'll show you the alternatives at the end, so that we're not getting over too many things here. So anyway, this will be my first card. So this is pretty easy to put together. I don't know if you can see, if you can tell what colors these are with these lights on, but it almost looks like I'm looking at it, and it almost looks like the Orchid Oasis, but it's actually Highland Heather. So I've done it in Highland Heather. And I will show you how to put that together. So I've used some of the other dies that have the Christmas tree, not necessarily the decorations, but some of the decorations, right? And then this is the one, and this is Highland Heather as well. And this is the one that I'm going to be doing as my Christmas cards. So thanks for sharing, Margaret Ann. And it's pretty simple, but it is a little time consuming. So I'll show you how to do that. And I will show you the other ones after. So I'll just bring in, I've already gone ahead. I wanted to make it as simple as possible because, as I said, the experienced stamper will know what to do. If you have any questions, though, if you're watching the replay and you are not an experienced stamper and you have questions, just give me a shout out. I'll be happy to answer them. And we will have a draw. Oh, thanks, Denise. Again, next week for some more embellishments. Like I said, I've got a huge box of them that I need to get to. I need to make room for some new ones. So let's put it that way. As you can tell, my embellishments, I use rhinestones the most. So basic cardstock. Cut it 5.5, scored it 4 1/4. And I took a piece of another piece of the Highland Heather, and I cut it at 4 inches by 5 1/4, and I embossed it with the, and I don't remember the name of it, but it is the one with the gingerbread man and the love and Christmas and tree and tidings and all of that. So all of the Christmas sayings. And I'm going to put that on the front, but I want to pop it up because it's color monochromatic. I probably should pull out some big dimensionals if I could find some. Yes, because putting all these little guys on the backs. Let me just grab a sheet. There we go. I'm going to try and I don't know. I'm going to try and do a straight line, Margaret Ann. I don't know if I can do this without really seriously thinking about it, because I just grabbed my dimensionals from anywhere. So I will put these on. And I bet you by next week, or even by an hour from now, when I'm doing my cards, my dimensionals will be all taken from the middle. So we have that. I'm going to just lay this down flat. And I've cut a base. So what I probably should have started with the other card. Now, the other card, I'm going to be using the fluid watercolor paper. And I had some, after I cut out the trees, I had some left over. So I cut out the base, the star, some other little stars that I'm going to use, and the decorations, the garland, I guess is what you'd call it. So we have some of that, and I cut that out of the scraps that I had, just making use of all of my tools. So I'm going to adhere my base on your back, and I'm just going to kind of center it. The tree, that is. All right. Yes, you have everything to make these cards. So you could cut the base and your decorations out of whatever you wanted. Um, but since I did some watercoloring and it was sort of a lighter shade, almost a fresh freesia shade, I used those. So I'm going to put a dimensional on the back of my star and put that on the top of my tree so it stands out. And then we need to put some glue on and put our garland on. Okay. That's where this little bottle comes in handy. You don't get a big blob. So I'm going to put it on sort of on a diagonal so it looks like it's going around the tree. This will take me a few minutes, so you can talk amongst yourselves or ask me questions. Okay. Becky, I always ask every week how the weather is. It is so windy here where I am today. So let's see, you. Oh, thank you, Kathy. You love the design. And Becky, what's the weather like where you are? Are you getting fall yet? I'm assuming it's still. All right. It's still hot in Pennsylvania. Could be wrong. Somebody's texting me. I keep hearing beep 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 beep. All right. One more, and then I'm going to put. Oh, we'll need a sentiment. I got glue on my fingers now, so everything will be a gluey mess. I should have used my tweezers. All right. So now the garland is on. It just needs a chance to dry. So you see how you can add a little, like the dies come with the garland. It also comes, you can cut out ornaments and place those on. But I thought I liked the simple look. And I need to get the glue off my fingers. Rubbing alcohol. Okay. Or isopropyl alcohol, sorry. Rubbing alcohol would probably do it too. Okay, so the inside of the card, I need a sentiment for the outside. So I'm just going to do the love and joy so it doesn't take away from the Christmas tree. I liked that. I like the nice, clean, simple look. So it has some color, and of course it's non-traditional colors, right? But I like it. I've got two trees for Christmas, and I haven't been able to put up the second one, the downstairs tree, because of the dog, the newest addition. And so I have two trees that I call, like, one has all the ornaments that I had oh gosh, since things that my mom had given me. We used to exchange presents, and they were always homemade presents. So we'd make each other an ornament. So this tree has all those ornaments, anything that, and we'd gift each other ornaments every year and stuff. So this is the tree of Christmas past. And then I have a new tree since we moved here. And that is the tree of Christmas present and Christmas future. And so with my grandkids and stuff, I still carry on the tradition of giving an ornament ornament every year and stuff. So we're building up that tree, and it happens to be a white tree with some purple ornaments and blue ornaments and stuff like that. So that's why I went with the non-traditional colors. So there's our front. We'll put on some rhinestones. You need a little bit of bling. All right, and I'll put that down there. So now for the inside, I didn't go hog wild on decorating. You put out 4 trees, Denise. Wow. I love the idea of a Grinch tree. Nice. I love the Grinch. Growing up, when we had the original Grinch, right? Just the half-hour cartoon things. It was never Christmas until I watched How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And this seems a little small. I don't know why. Okay. I have I have some cardstock that I ripped off there. I cut too short. Okay. So our inside, I die cut, like I said, out of the my scraps from the other card. Some of the stars, and all I did was put them on the inside of the card to decorate it. Now there's a stamp with some little teeny weeny stars. You could use that. I just went ahead and put these in. And I thought it was perfect. It's a good way to use up your scraps and decorate at the same time. Seeing as how this is a bundle and it didn't come with designer series paper. Anyway, so there's our first card. Very simple. I forgot to tell you that this tree I just did in the basic white, but I did emboss it with the snowflake embossing folder. So this back piece is the one with all the Christmas sayings and stuff, but this one just a white tree with snow on it. So all right, so that's our first one. And now for our second one. So this one, what I've done is you get, if you want, and I can't remember the price. I looked at it today, but I didn't recognize the price. Wanted to see if it was still in the catalog, and we have, I've had this, but anyway, it's 5x7 watercolor paper. So what I've done to start off, we're going to make a little bit of a mess here. We're going to be like kids and play. Thank you, guys. Oh, you too, Denise. Yeah, that's a Christmas classic. I mean, I always have to watch How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Now I don't know. My grandkids aren't into the same stuff. One of them wants to. She's all about the what's that one with the train? Tom Hanks. It'll come to me. But All right, so what I've done is let's pull in some watercolor paper. I've got my Highland Heather ink pad and my ink refill. I just found this was easier. You could, you know, if you have a spritzer, it goes a lot faster. Or you could, and I've got a water painter. I mean, you could take the water painter and just add some water all over if you want. But I found this, I just spraying with this spritzer, some water on it, put some of the refill in, and add a little bit of water to it too. You don't want it too dark. So then I just take it and we're going to paint. And what I wanted, or what I did, was I made it a little bit darker on the bottom, and then I just let it fade sort of towards the top. So it almost looks like a pink color when I'm done. So you could just do that. I want a little darker down here. All right. And then you're going to let it dry. So, decorate as light or as dark as you want. And I don't want all of this water sitting in the bottom. So just take my rag and soak it up. So I was going crazy this morning. I did a whole bunch of the watercolor, and then I die cut it all. So then what I did was, so this has got to dry, and I've only used, because you've got 5 pieces, you've got the really big piece. I didn't use that. I used the next one. I die cut that, and a small one. So cut two of this size, the second largest, and then the third largest I die cut one. So I've got my die cut pieces. These ones are already dried. I'm going to turn this over. It's not so messy. All right. So I've got those. I've got and I decided to just use, instead of stamping the stamp, which you can do if you want, just stamp it. I made it look like snow that's on this tree. So I took the sort of the inside, the snow die, and I put it on my block. We're going to use the Versamark. And we'll do all of them. I had an assembly line going this morning. Oops. Okay. Polar Express. Yes, that's the one, Denise. Thank you. Polar Express. She wanted to watch it already this year. All right, so I'm bringing in a pair of tweezers, and we're just going to, now you want to make sure your watercolor paper is dry before you do this, or you're going to end up with your embossing powder covering the whole thing. All right, so we're going to do that. I'm not going to make you sit and go through this with me. I'm just going to put these aside, and I will get to them after put them behind me so I don't mess them up. Okay. So now that we've done that, let's just say we went ahead and we embossed them. I've got 3. We can go ahead and put our card together. And this is, like I said, these are very easy. Just, if you're going to do the watercoloring and the heat embossing, it takes a little bit of time. You could just, here's a one that I just went ahead and used the Highland Heather in the instead of heat embossing, and just stamp them. So if you wanted a quicker way of doing it, you go ahead and just do that. But I like the look of the white on there. It looks crisp and clean. So we bring in, now this is slimline card. I remember the name of it this time. Last time I did it, I couldn't remember the name. So have our slimline card, and it is, let's see, 7 inches by 8.5. So, just your 11-inch side, just cut down to 7 inches and scored at 3.5. And then I went ahead, and you have to emboss this piece, because I think the trees look so good with that snowflake embossing folder. And so I had to do it 2 times, because of course this is a little bit long, but that's okay, because this little line here is going to be covered up by trees and a star anyway. You don't really notice it. So this piece is 3.25, so 3.25 by 8.25. We'll put that on. See, I need to order some more Highland Heather so that I can, otherwise I have to change my cards. And I don't know, I really liked, well, I'll use all of those, and then, or maybe I'll show you one with the Orchid Oasis on it, and it looks pretty good too. So I'm going to put my one up here. I'm just going to glue it down. So I'm going to, oh, hubby's home from work. I can tell the dogs are barking. I don't know if you can hear Denali, boy. He's got such a deep bark. Put that on, make sure I don't need to move it, because once that dries, this one and the watercolor paper is kind of turning up on the sides, so I'm gonna put it down. This one I'm gonna pop up with my dimensionals. Oh, see, Margaret Ann, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It's not even a straight line. I didn't even finish one row. I'm not even finished this video. Shame on me. Okay. I tried. It's just not the way I do it. Okay, I'm going to put that here. And then I'm going to pop this little guy up too. Oh, maybe that wasn't hubby. There's a little guy a couple doors down. He comes and calls on the kids all the time. And I'm going to place that right there. So you notice that I'm closer to the top than the bottom. I wanted to put the bigger sentiment instead of using the love and joy. So, and I didn't want it covering my trees. So, stamp set. And take out this die, this stamp. and hoping your home is filled with the spirit of the season. Lay it down so it, there we go. And I just have a piece of scrap paper. You remember our conversation, Margaret Ann, about okay. All right. About dimensionals. All right, and I'm just going to cut that, and I am going to pop that up as well, right at the bottom. I've got all right. Where'd my dimensionals go? Yeah. All right. So there we have. Now, if you wanted, you could always take your sponge dauber and do the sides with the Highland heather, but or what I did on this one, and I forgot to do it, was I had my blending brush and I put a little background color, but that's okay. Now we're going to take some more of these, a few more of these stars, and I've just placed a couple three. Ginger was looking around for a doggy playmate. And did she find any? So I'm going to place these. Got a little too much glue there. Just around. And then what I did was I took my rhinestones, my little ones, and I placed one in the center of each of these stars. And I thought that looked really cool. And just gave it enough bling. So it's not too overdone. It's just very simple and clean, and I like that. So I've got another piece of the 8¼ by 3¼ for the inside, and then like I said, the stars, just like the last card, I put in the center. And there you have just a very, I don't know, I really like it. Like I said, that's my Christmas card for this season. So there you go. Two very simple cards. So I will put those out of the way. And then, so I've done some sort of the same thing. Thank you, Kim. Welcome. I'm glad you could make it. Yes, the rhinestones and the stars could just make it. I don't know if you can see the little shimmer, but just the night sky. So anyway, that's thank you guys. Well, hello, Cindy Paquette. Thank you. So here's some that I did in some sort of this. It's all the same thing done with the watercolor paper and embossing, and I've done it in sort of a different color. And in this one I've added ribbon, but this is done in the Starry Sky. And then I just painted the rhinestones. So it's all, this one I thought was kind of fun. So this is with the Orchid Oasis and the Berry Burst. I colored the watercolor. So this turned out to be kind of a nice pink. It wasn't the Berry Burst. And then the stamp set has a stamp that says, "We wish you a Merry Christmas," that you can put on your tree if you want. So anyway, but it's all done the same with the stars and the same background. And so of course I had to do one for the simple stamper. So if you, and there's nothing to it, and you guys will find this funny because this is, you're all stampers. So this is for somebody who only has this stamp set, maybe 1 or 2 colors or whatever, and no embossing and no die cutting. So, but I wanted to show the stamped tree, which I haven't done on any of my cards. So that's what the stamped tree looks like if you want to stamp it. So anyway, that's it for me for today. So I hope you enjoyed that. Like, share my videos. I would appreciate it. To subscribe if you're on YouTube. I've actually had quite a few subscribers over the last month, so that makes me smile. And oh, thanks, Kim. You're sweet. Anyway, I have a class coming up that I'm doing with and I can't remember the name of it. The Christmas, I have an in-person class. I haven't done the online one just yet, or another in-person at the library yet. So sorry, Margaret Ann. But anyway, I'll tell you about it, I guess, next week on Tuesday, when I find the cards. I wasn't prepared to say that. Yeah, so anyway, I will let you all go get ready for dinner, I guess, or depending on where you are. And thank you for joining me. I will see you next Tuesday at 4 o'clock. And, have a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend if you're in Canada. I've got a ton of family coming over. I think there's going to be 12 of us for dinner. So I've got everything that I need except for the turkey. So I just need to find a big enough turkey for everybody. So, anyway, I thought maybe I'd do a ham this year, but I don't think I'm going to get away with that. So anyway, have a wonderful weekend, everybody, and I will see you on Tuesday. Bye for now.